Good morning, my dear students. Today we are going to take distribution property, lesson 38, 39, and 40, okay? Here in our first page, we have the meaning of distributive property. Here, look at the first picture. We have an array, okay? This array consists of 4 rows and 7 columns. Now, we are going to take one of these numbers, the factors of this equation, okay, and break one of these factors. We are going to choose the 7 to break, okay? Now, 7 can be 5 and 2. 5 plus 2 equals 7. So, we are going to make the array 4 times 5 and 4 times 2. We broke the 7 columns into 5 and 2, okay? Now, we are going to multiply and add the products. 4 times 5 plus 4 times 2. 4 times 5 equals 20, plus 4 times 2 equals 8. Okay, so 20 plus 8 equals 28. Now the next slide. Example, use the distributive property to find 6 times 18. Here we have an array, consists of 6 rows and 18 columns, okay? Now we are going to break the array into 2 parts, 8 columns and 10 columns. Each columns, yani 10 columns alone, 8 columns alone, okay? So we are going to make 6 times 10 plus 8. It means 6 times 10 plus 6 times 8, okay? 6 times 10 equals 60, plus 6 times 8 equals 48. So here we have 60 plus 48 equals 108, okay? Now another example, use the distributive property to find 7 times 9. Here we have an array, consists of 7 rows and 9 columns. We are going to break the 9 columns into 4 and 5, okay? So we are going to make 7 times 4 and 7 times 5, okay? Now 7 times 9 means 7 times 4 plus 5, because 9 equals 4 plus 5, okay? So we are going to make 7 times 4 plus 7 times 5. 7 times 4 equals 28 plus 35 equals 63. Now in the next page, book page 110. Okay, split the arrays below into at least 2 smaller arrays. Label the factors of each part, and example is shown below. Here is the first example. We have an array consists of 3 rows and 10 columns, okay? Now we want to break the columns. We choose the 10 columns to break, okay? The 10 can be 5 plus 5. So we broke the array into 2 parts. Each part consists of 5 columns, okay? Now problem number 1. Look at the array, okay? We have 4 rows, okay, and 8 columns. We are going to break the 8 columns into 2 smaller arrays. The first array will be 2 columns and the second array will be 6 columns, okay? Like this example, here we draw a red line to break the array into 2 parts, okay? Now, problem number 2, we have 6 rows and 10 columns, okay? We are going to draw a line to break the columns into 2 smaller arrays. The first one will be 4 columns and the second one will be 6 columns. Problem number 3, we are going to break the array into 2 parts. Here we have 4 rows and 6 columns. So we are going to break the array into 2 parts. Each part consists of 3 columns. Now the next page, book page 112. Break apart the arrays and using the distributive property, write an equation to show your work. Here we have an array. Okay, we broke this array into 2 parts. The first part is 8 times 4. The second part is 8 times 5. 8 times 4 equals 32. 8 times 5 equals 40. Now we are going to take both of the answers and add them. So we are going to make 32 plus 40 equals 72. Okay, it means that 8 times 9 equals 72. Another example. Here we have an array We broke this array into 2 parts. 7 times 3, it will be 21. 7 times 5 equals 35. Now take both of the answers and add them. So we are going to make 21 plus 35 equal 56. It means that 7 times 8 equal 56. Okay. Now the next page, another example. We have an array and we broke this array into 2 parts. 9 times 3 and 9 times 3. 9 times 3 equals 27. Okay, so both of the answers will be 27. Now we are going to make 27 plus 27 equals 54. It means 9 times 6 equals 54. Another example. We have another array. Okay, 5 rows and 10 columns. We broke this array into 2 parts. 5 times 4 equals 20. 5 times 6 equals 30. Take both of the answers. 20 plus 30, it will be 50. 5 times 10 equals 50. Okay. Another example. Here we have an array consists of 8 rows and 2 columns. We broke this array into 2 parts. Each part consists of 1 column, so it means 8 times 1 equals 8. 8 times 1 equals 8. Take both of the answers, it will be 8 plus 8 equals 16. It means 8 times 2 equals 16. Okay, now in the next page, book page 115. Okay, break up the following array in as many different ways as possible. Use different colors to keep track of your different arrays, then select the one that is most helpful to you as mathematician and write the equation that match it in the box. Okay, here we have an array of cats. It consists of 5 columns and 6 rows. Okay, so we are going to break the 5 columns into 2 parts, one of 2 columns and the other one will be of 3 columns. Okay, so it means 6 times 5. 5 is going to be 2 plus 3. 5 is going to be 2 plus 3. It means 6 times 2 plus 6 times 3. Okay, not 4. It will be 6 times 3. Now 6 times 2 equals 12. 6 times 3 equals 18. We are going to make 12 plus 18 equals 30. Okay. The next one, we have an array of birds. We have 3 rows and 8 columns. Okay. So we are going to break these columns into 3 plus 5. So we are going to make 3 times 8 equals 3 times 3 plus 3 times 5. 3 times 3 equals 9. 3 times 5 equals 15. Now we are going to make them plus. It will be 24. Another array, we have 4 rows of snakes, 3 columns. We are going to break the columns into 2 parts, one with 1 column and the other one will be 2 columns. Okay. So 4 times 3 equals 4 times 1 plus 4 times 2. 4 times 1 equals 4 plus 4 times 2 equals 8. 4 plus 8 equals 12. Okay? Thank you for listening and see you next time.